I'm literally going to spend the next 24 hours going through every single token on CoinMarket, ranked from the lowest to the highest, to see if I can find 5 tokens with real potential. But I soon worked out, once I'd done the math, that it was going to take 33 hours just to shift through over 4,000 tokens. That was without doing any further research. So I had to have a rethink. So I decided to call in some help. Luke, come here a sec. Can you help me do some research?
Yeah.
I need to go through 4,000 tokens on CoinMarket. You up for that?
How long is it going to take?
About 24 hours?
Sounds fun.
Sounds fun. Cool. And although there's loads of different sectors within the NFT market, most of them come under either DeFi's or NFTs. Then I try to think about some of the issues that blockchains have in terms of speed, scalability, and insurability, which is a word I can't say. Basically finding ones that have real uses and not just being a token for the sake of being a token. Reading their bios, and if they sound interesting, adding them to their individual sections. This honestly took about 9 hours, but I'm glad it's early on when I wasn't too tired. So by hour 10, I had a large selection of tokens to investigate further. Every token should come with a white paper explaining exactly what they're engineered to do. This is an example of the white paper for Ethereum, and as you can see, it gives a detailed description about how it works. And now it was time to spend many hours diving deeper into the white paper of our chosen tokens. But before that, let's talk about some of the biggest winners of 2020. First up is Theta token. So Theta is a blockchain purpose-built for video streaming with Steve Chen and Justin Kalm, co-founders of YouTube and Twitch, as advisors. This has gone up over 5,000%. Next up is Kusama. Kusama allows developers to test new blockchains before releasing them on the Polkadot network. This has gone up over 6,000%. The biggest winner of all 2020 was the GSE token, which is GameStar, which gained an incredible 68,000%. So the idea was to do 24 hours straight research, but after doing about 12 hours, I got a ping on my phone. Basically, I got a call to come and get my COVID jab done. So this was I got the call about 8 o'clock in the evening, and he told me that I need to come and get my COVID jab done the following day at 1 p.m. So what I didn't want to do is I didn't want to spend 24 hours straight doing research, get no sleep and go for my COVID jab. So I decided to do the 12 hours till 8 p.m, call it a day, get some sleep, go the following day, get my jab done, and then I'll be able to come back and carry on with the video. The only thing is, when I got my jab done, I started to feel unwell. So I didn't really get a chance to finish the video on that day. So then I had to wait till the following day to get the video done. So that's my confession, and that's why I couldn't finish the video. Anyway, back to the studio. Second part of this video, feeling back to my normal self. We've had a chance to do some profound research and find out exactly what our chosen tokens were all about. Time to make a cut and shortlist them down again. Start to think about what their market cap is, the competition, have they got a website, what's the team behind them, and any maybe security issues they may have. So look, I could talk about what research we've done in the last 8 hours of the video, but I'd much rather spend that time talking in more detail about the tokens we've chosen. After spending 12 hours and another 12 hours going through 4,000 tokens, with the help of my son, we have finally picked out our final 5. And here they are. First up, Celsius Network. Celsius is basically a bank for cryptocurrencies, offering higher interest rates on savings from traditional banks without penalties and 0 fees. Most cryptocurrencies are difficult to understand, but most of us know how a bank works. As mentioned, you can get interest on your savings, which is much higher than a traditional bank. You can also take out a loan, all with 0 fees. And you can earn up to 50% more on your stablecoin by holding them with Celsius versus other competitors. You can get over 13% APY on USD coin. You can earn 6.35% APY on Ethereum and earn over 6.20% APY on Bitcoin. And they've also scrapped any fees on any withdrawals. It also shares up to 80% of revenue with their users, so you can earn up to 17.78% APY distributed weekly. Use your crypto to borrow dollars or stablecoins. Loans start at just 1%. This is why I think this token will get mass adoption in the future. To date, it has written 6.2 billion in loans and has a market cap of 1.3 billion. But it's at an independent value of 3.1 billion from Alpha Stigma Capital. But I reckon this could easily be worth 10 times that in a year. Let's move on to token number 2, which is Decentral Games. This is the first ever metaverse casino where you can play blackjack, roulette, the slots, and they have big plans for the future, including poker tournaments, charity celebrity poker match, and they are also looking to have the first ever casino experience in VR, which would be amazing. They are constantly evolving with new partnerships including Atari and Blockchain Cuties, one of the original collectible NFTs. Well, I know this has gone up quite a bit, but when I was writing this, it had a market cap of 62 million. It's a lot more than that now, but if you look at the success of online casinos we've had recently, this could be just the beginning and has huge potential to grow. So this is also where I came across my next gem. When I was doing this research, one thing I found was that a lot of these platforms were using something called Polygon, which seems to be solving a lot of issues faced on blockchains. It says here, Ethereum is the blockchain development platform of choice, but it has limitations. Low throughput, poor UX, no sovereignty. Many projects are exploring Ethereum-compatible blockchains as a way to mitigate these limitations, while still leveraging Ethereum's thriving ecosystem. However, there is no specialised framework to build, such as blockchains, nor a protocol to connect them. This introduces significant development challenges and causes ecosystem fragmentation. And it says the solution is Polygon, a protocol and a framework for building and connecting Ethereum-compatible blockchain networks, one-click deployment of preset blockchain networks, a growing set of modules for developing custom networks, interoperability protocol for exchanging arbitrary messages with Ethereum and other blockchain networks. This Polygon combines the best of Ethereum and sovereign blockchains into an attractive feature set built by developers for developers. And as you can see, it has loads of projects happening. Polymarket, Ave Gotchi, Decentral Games, SportX, EasyFi and Neon District. And it has a huge team behind them. So next up is the Bancor network. So like Uniswap, you can exchange tokens on the platform without having to use an exchange. So this is made possible by investors staking a token, creating a liquidity pool and getting a BNT token in return, and then receiving a share of the transaction fees. Although they were one of the first ever platforms to exchange tokens, they got slightly left behind. But they've been making some radical changes where they seem to have solved the problem of impermanent loss. So if you don't know what an impermanent loss is, there's loads of videos on it on YouTube. Basically means the token you're providing liquidity for has a significant fall in price. They've also created Vortex in the case of the VBNT token. So this basically means that you can then use that, the VBNT token, is leverage against the BNT token. So for every BNT token you hold, you're going to get supplied with one VBNT token. And then you can go and you can take that VBNT token and then you can either buy some more BNT token to get more share of the fees, or then you can go to maybe another project like an Ethereum project somewhere else, which is offering maybe a high APR, and you can use that VBNT token to create another liquidity pool, as I say, in another project. The only thing is, if then you want to get your original stake back, the original BNT stake, it then means you've got to go back and buy the BNT token with the VBNT to release it. But if the VBNT's gone up in price, then it's going to cost you more to get that back to release your original sums. So you've got to be careful that you've got to be careful if you use it as leverage, but then you don't come back and it's going to cost you more to get that to get your original funds out. Before investing your money, I would make sure you know exactly what the risks are that you're getting involved in. So last but not least, Acropolis. Now, why do I like this token? It was started by Anna Andrianova. She's a previous managing director of Apero Capital. She's a technology investment management firm. She's also an ex-fund manager for Lehman Brothers. So we've got someone here with real investment experience. And she's not just someone that's a computer scientist that's invented the blockchain or the token. It's under the Acro token and there's an experienced team behind them. Let's just have a quick read through of what it says. So it says, as a product, Acropolis' mission is to give people the tools to save, grow and provision for the future safely and without dependence on a geography, essential counterparty or falling prey to predatory financial practices of multiple intermediaries. With this in mind, Acropolis has built Acropolis OS, light and modular framework for creating for-profit DAOs with customizable user incentives, automated liquidity provision enabled by the bonding curve mechanism, and programmatic liquidity and treasury management. It says our first product, Sparta, allows taking uncollateralized loans. The borrower provides only 50% of collateral, as well as to passively generate yield via integrated yield rebalancer to get maximum available APR from different DeFi protocols. All funds are pooled, and the internal economy is based on a bonding curve, which provides additional incentives to the users. It says another product we're developing is Delphi, a pool which allows executing automatically dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin and ETH, thus diversifying long-term investment portfolio and participating in different yield harvesting possibilities. So it's got liquidity mining and earning comp, BAL, etc. passively. So this seems to offer a lot of options. The chart's been rising slowly as it gains more users. As that increases, I think the chart's only going to go one way. And it is definitely one that I'll be investing in. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. That is our top 5 done. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Please remember, I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for entertainment, and I will see you in the next one.